It sure helps, though, to have Nick Foles in what might have been his final game in an Eagles uniform at Lincoln Financial Field. Nick Foles once again delivered. When asked to reflect after the game, the moment was not lost on the Eagles quarterback.
It's emotional. Like I said, I love playing in Philly. I knew this was, there's a chance this could be it. And, I don't think about the future, but I am aware of that because this city means a lot to me. This team means a lot to me. Wearing that jersey means a lot to me. A couple weeks ago when I ran out of that tunnel, I didn't expect to play. I'm there to support the team and do what I can. And I got emotional then because I knew that there's a chance it's coming to an end. But at the end of the day, I am very grateful for every opportunity to play here, to play in front of our fans, to wear that jersey no matter what. No one can ever take that away from me. And this was a special one tonight. I don't know what the future holds. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to focus on now, enjoy just being in Philadelphia, enjoy the people, enjoy wearing this jersey, because it's some of the most special moments in my life.
And so, D-Gun, you've known Nick since 2012. What's your reaction to seeing Foles get so emotional about Sunday possibly being the final time he plays in front of Eagles fans as the home team's quarterback?
Well, Zach, it's that saying, it's the best of times, it's the worst of times. This was an organization that gave a little-known quarterback an opportunity to step on a platform in the National Football League. They groomed him, they nurtured him, and then they sent him on his way. And when he got lost in the shuffle for a year in St. Louis and another year in Kansas City, this was a team that reached out and brought him back into the fold, brought him back into the family, and told him that we need you. We may not need you as a front runner, but at some point we could possibly need you. And he respected that. He appreciated that. I mean, a lot of people thought Nick Foles' career was washed up after his 1 year in St. Louis. And then again, they thought he was just going to be an afterthought after his 1 year in Kansas City. And then he's given a platform to do what he did in 2017. And the city rallied around him and embraced him and loved him like Nick Foles probably has never been loved as an athlete. And he's the Pied Piper of this city now. And it's just the uniqueness of a backup quarterback rising to that platform like we've never seen before. So when Nick Foles stands there and gets emotional and tells you how much he loves the organization, he loves the fan base, he loves wearing that Philadelphia Eagles uniform, that's genuine. We always talk about athletes, they play for the almighty dollar. But it goes beyond that because with Nick Foles, he's built bonds here. He's built friendships and brotherhoods here. Lasting relationships that are going to last long after his football playing career is all said and done. But in the bigger picture for Nick Foles, now because of his resume that he's built over the last year plus, he's going to be able to possibly go out there and garner a big dollar, and more importantly, garner his own team in the near future, something that every quarterback wants in the National Football League. He's going to be able to pick and choose from X amount of teams, and one of those teams he's going to be able to call his own. It may be for 2 years or 3 years, but Nick Foles, number one, is going to get paid big money, and number two, he's going to have a team of his own.
So I was there at the end of the game watching Nick Foles run off the field, and you saw him wave to the crowd and kiss to the crowd, and it was more emotion than Nick Foles typically shows when he's coming off the field, because I think he was very aware of the situation. One thing that has stood out about Nick in the second stint in Philadelphia is his self-awareness. He knows himself well. He knows the city. He knows the organization and the role it plays in this region. I don't know if the first time around he was as prepared for that. But when he came back, it was something that was very close to him. And so what you saw there in that press conference and in him coming off the field was him recognizing the career that he's had with the Eagles. Like you said, how his life has changed in Philadelphia. And it's not just winning the Super Bowl and being the Super Bowl MVP. It's getting married while he was here. It's having a baby. It's how much he's changed since the time the Eagles drafted him in the third round in 2012. And he's going to have opportunities after this, but no matter where he goes, he'll always be an icon in Philadelphia.
Do you think there's any way possible the Eagles could pay him $20 million to come back here as a backup in 2019?
I don't think it's possible. No. I don't think it makes sense financially, and I don't think it makes sense for Nick Foles. I think Foles is going to find an opportunity to have a team to call his own. I can't see him coming back as the backup quarterback unless there's not interest elsewhere. And given the way he's playing now, my guess is there's interest elsewhere.
I couldn't agree with you more.